Well, hello, hello. I am here with another flip through of my Bricolage Junk Journal. This is a vintage hardcover book. The copyright on this book was actually $18.99, which just kind of blows my mind. You can see that there. And with all of my journals, you have the option to get the original book guts. So if you buy this journal, you have the option to also receive the original story that goes with it. And these pages are kind of, they got that awesome vintage patina to them and would be great for collage or just, reading, I guess. So the book itself is about 5 inches across and about 7.5 inches tall. It ties closed with this sari silk ribbon. I've got a little eyelet in the back that it feeds through. And it has 100 pages if you count front and back. So I'm just going to go through real quick here, and I'm not going to pull everything out, but you'll get a pretty good idea of what's in here. Always in the front cover, I like to put a library pocket and card. And then also on here, I like to put the definition of bricolage because that's my favorite word in the whole wide world. You're going to get a vintage postcard there, a journaling card and a vintage playing card, some good arting or journaling space here, a nice pocket here. And in here you got a flash card, a postcard, and then a vintage airmail letter that has actual writing in it. I'll show you. See? So that's fun. All right. So I got some painty paper here that I did. A little vintage children's reader page. And this has a little flap, so you got a nice big blank canvas there. And then we're in the second part of the signature. This particular journal has 3 signatures. A little opening flap there, and I've got some vintage seam binding sewn onto that flap. That's kind of fun. We got some lace and fabric here for texture. You can play a little peekaboo art there. It's kind of fun. And here's the second signature. We've got painty paper, vintage music paper, some of that delicious onion skin paper. Love that stuff. This is from an old atlas. And here I've got, this was a page from an old, I think it was like from the 50s. It was a notebook I acquired, and I just love this woman's handwriting and her little quirky homemaking notes. So you get a page of that. And this is a paper clip, and there's some goodies tucked in here. A little peekaboo spot there. And over here, we've just got a page from an old directory. I mean, you can take that out and use it for collage or art. A vintage photograph. Here's a pocket. And in that pocket, I put one of my handmade tags. This page is made from a vintage sewing pattern cover. And here's the other side of that pocket, and there's some goodies in there. This actually comes completely off, so you just have this wonderful blank page to work with. But on the other side of that is one of my paper falls. So you can use these to flip up an art on each page, or you can just take them apart and use them for collage material. Up to you. Either way, it's not permanent in there, so you can play with it however you choose. All right, and here's the other side of that onion skin paper. I love onion skin paper. Here's a pocket with some goodies in it, journaling card, bingo card, etc. We got a vintage French flash card clipped in here. One of my handmade clusters, some pages from old books, and some goodies in here. Peekaboo. I'm not gonna tell you. This is a vintage ledger and a vintage yearbook page with a little piece of watercolor paper over here. And this, you can see this vintage ledger paper is actually from 1926. In here we've got more goodies. Another piece of painty paper. Here's a belly band that is made from a snippet roll. And then there's goodies in here. We've got a vintage photo, vintage postcard, a journaling card, and a vintage ice coupon that is actually vintage and not reproduction. And in this pocket we've got my signature tag, a handwritten letter that's old, and another photograph that's old. I love old photographs. I will never have enough old photographs. And this flips up for texture and some more arting space. And then on the last page here we have a vintage photo that is put in with photo corners, so you can take it out if you don't like it. All right, thanks for watching. This will be available in my Etsy shop. I believe it's August 26th is the next shop update. And if you have any questions, let me know. And thanks for watching. Until next time.